What is a spiritual director? That is a question I get asked a lot. I want to take a few moments today to tell you a little bit more about what a spiritual director does, and more specifically, what spiritual direction is and what you might expect if you were going to do or take spiritual direction. We don't really have a good verb to use there. My name is John Chandler, and if you haven't deduced this by now, I am a spiritual director. One of my favorite little summaries of what spiritual direction is comes from a man named David Benner. And one of the things that he writes in one of his books, I believe it's one called Sacred Companions, he writes, "What exactly do spiritual directors do? The simple and most direct answer I can give is that they help others attend to God's presence and revelation and prepare to respond to Him." So the work of spiritual direction is the work of spiritual attentiveness. Every time I meet with somebody for spiritual direction, we start out with a time of silence. And that silence begins with me welcoming that silence through a prayer. Every time I will begin with the same prayer: Blessed Trinity, we receive your welcome. And if you are uncomfortable with some of the Christian language, I just simply begin with Sacred Presence, we receive your welcome. And then we sit in silence to be attentive, to allow our own awareness to be present to what that sacred presence might be doing in our time together. And in that silence, you might just be trying to be present yourself. You might be reflecting on what it is that you have in mind that you would like to explore and talk about that day. And it might be that you come away from that silence, however long you choose to have that silence go on, just with nothing in your mind. And then I can begin to ask you questions and explore with you. My role as a spiritual director is merely to journey alongside you. I sit with you and I ask questions because our hope is to understand what is it that God, what is it that this spiritual, sacred power is speaking into your life, and how will you respond to it? Typically in spiritual direction, I meet with somebody once a month. Most of the time I meet with someone over Zoom and find that that actually works surprisingly well. If you would be interested in learning more, I would be happy to meet with you. Through my website, you can sign up for a free 30-minute consultation to get a little bit more acquainted. And if it feels like you and I would work together well, I'd be glad to work with you. Thanks so much for watching.